Hi folks, Mike here, and I thought I'd share a quick video with you all with regards to my heat system for the summer. As most of us, at least where I live in here in Europe, we cannot build any campfires or light up a fire with wood out in the woods. So we have to look for other alternatives. Obviously we have the gas stove, which is all right, but a bit bulky for some, depending on what you want to do. In my case, if I want to heat up some tea or make a coffee or whatever while I'm on some trail hiking, I might not take my gas canister with me. So the other alternatives we have is either burning alcohol, tabs like the Esbit fire tab, or some of the BCB fire tabs they have, and that's about it, aside from the gas stove canister system. So what I have here is the BCB Fire Dragon Gel. You can buy this on Amazon. BCB is a company from the UK, which are these guys over here, and they also have these fold-out mini stoves that use their tabs, their fire tabs. I think the UK Army, the British Army, use them. You can find those as well on Amazon. And this is their Fire Dragon Gel, which I've seen some quite awesome videos of. This is quite a unique product. It works under the rain. It works on wet surfaces. I mean, your wood could be, in case in the winter you're trying to light something up and your wood is damp or wet, you pour some of this stuff on and this thing just lights up. Okay, I've seen some of this stuff float in the water and light up on some videos. Also, what I really like about it is that it's non-toxic, it's odorless, and it's 100% natural. I find that those Esbit tabs, in the case of Esbit, they smell, and I don't know, I just don't quite like them yet. So this is my alternative. You can pick this up in these fancy convenient bags, or they have bottles. I think they're 400 milliliters, or I think they are. They might have some bigger ones, maybe a liter, I'm not sure, but this is the one I picked up because it's easy to carry in case I had to take this with me. But that's not the case. The case here is that for my modern fire kit, I have exactly 2 containers, which I also want to talk about. Okay, with the fire gel, and I got my lighter, and then I got I have this wood stick there, which is a popsicle stick wrapped up in some wire that I can use as a snare, and some Gorilla Tape. I put it in there because well, I didn't know where to put it, so I put it in there. But you can always use the Gorilla Tape and the popsicle stick in case of an emergency to light a fire. But this is my fire kit. I prefer to carry it in a plastic container like this because I had it in one of these what everybody uses, metal boxes, and these heat up, and so I thought to myself, no way, I'd rather carry the plastic, although I'm not that much of a fan of plastic. So another thing I want to touch on are these a flask or aluminum containers, however you want to call them. I picked this up on Amazon. I bought a bag for like $9 where there was 20 or 30 of them. I don't remember. There was a bunch of them. My girlfriend also uses them for her makeup and her creams or what have you. And you can always use these for spices or I don't know, whatever you think you can fit in there or you want to put in there. This one's already been used. Actually, I was testing it just a while ago with the fire gel, and that residue. Oh, sorry, I forgot this. I forgot to fill this up. This residue here is some wood match that fell in there. Okay, but this, what you see in here is that Dragon fire gel. Okay, another thing. These containers are the same size as your typical tea candle. Okay, and in my case, I'll be using this with. I got this out right here. With the Bushcraft Essentials pocket stove or EDC stove, whatever. As you can see, I can fit a tea candle right in there, and the same goes with that flask there, that vessel there. Okay. So that's one of the reasons. This also has this little thing that fits right in there, just in case you were wondering. And this comes with this handy little pouch, and very small. It's almost like a credit card size, which I find real neat. And you can fit that in your backpack anywhere, or in your EDC pack anywhere. What else? Also, the reason why I picked this system up is because I'll be trying it on my Esbit coffee maker, which uses Esbit tabs, but I'll be using it with this fire gel. Okay. Main test I did this today was to see if the aluminum container this here that I got would hold up the heat, which it does. And with the amount I've got in there, you do have to be careful, very careful about the flame with the Fire Dragon Gel, because it's not as obvious as the rubbing alcohol flame. All right, rubbing alcohol flame, you see that blue flame right away. In the case of the Fire Dragon, not so. So you have to be careful with that. And that's the flame there going off. And with this amount, which is not quite a lot, actually on my fire kit here, the ones I showed you here. Okay, there's a lot more gel. There's in theory about 20 minutes of burning time. Okay, so right here, in this case, we might have about 8 minutes of burning time. These vessels or containers come with this cap on here inside, which sort of seals it a bit. Okay, I haven't seen any leaks on the containers I got on my fire kit here, but I took it off just in case I have to put this out with the cap. All right. So yeah, I think this is a good alternative and a very efficient one, because like I said, this works in wet surfaces and damp wood. Or I've seen a video where a guy has one of those Swiss fire torches, I think they call them. Inside made, you know, obviously out of a log and a big one. And he just poured 2 or 3, what do you call it? Anyway, he poured a lot of water on there. I mean, a lot of water. And inside there was some of the, he poured some of this Fire Dragon Gel in there. And it was raining, and I mean, you know, the conditions weren't for anybody to start up a fire. And he lit the fire with the fire gel, with the Fire Dragon Gel. So I really think it's a good alternative, and you know, it's 100% natural, so no worries with that. I know there's a lot of people that make fire starters with you know, cotton balls and Vaseline and what have you. This Fire Dragon Gel gives you another alternative, so I'm sure you can explore many other ways. I was even thinking of making out of some toothpicks, wrapping toothpicks with some of that medical gauze, you know, medical bandage, the white one, and wrapping some toothpicks with that, dipping that into some of the Fire Dragon Gel, and then coating that with some wax, okay, with some candle wax, sort of to have it a bit watertight. So I don't know. I'm just giving options here, and like I said, I'm sure many other people will come up with their own ideas when it comes to coming up with different configurations that they can use the Fire Dragon Gel. I thought I'd share this with you because we are in, at least here in Europe, and I guess the U.S. and North America as well are limited to campfires. You know, it's summertime, and with all this going on, the woods haven't been kept for. So there's a lot of brush, there's a lot of dry, you know, wood, there's a lot of dry debris from the forest, and it's very dangerous when it comes to sparks, you know, anything that has to do with fire. So we have to be careful, and we have to look for other fire heat systems, and this is the one I think that I'll be using this summer, and thought I'd share with you. Running time, I don't know. The last time I tried it, I got about 8 minutes with the amount of gel I put on there, which is pretty good. We can always see when I started the fire and when the fire ends from the video, and get an idea how long that gel that I put there lasted. As you can see, it's a very small amount. I think it's already starting to die out slowly. Because I don't know, you take yourself any one of these candles, measure it up, and let's say it was about halfway, and find out. I mean, get an idea of how much gel I put in there, because videos tend to make things bigger than what they are. So that's why I'm saying, you look up, if you have one of these tea candles, you look at it and say, well, you put like half of the fire gel in there, so you get an idea of the amount of fire gel that I put in there and what the running time has been with that amount of fire gel. Okay. And these containers, you can reuse them as well. I think. I mean, from what I've tested before, there's a little bit of residue, as you saw there when I first showed you the container. So you can reuse them as well. This is the second time I'm using this one here, so, and it's holding up pretty good. I'm just gonna check something out here. See, put this out. Like I said, you have to be careful because you don't see the flame. All right, so yeah, it puts out like any other. Okay, the ashtray is a bit hot on the bottom, especially. So you do have to be careful where you, if you're gonna use this type of container, where you're gonna put them on. And okay, that burns. But the fire's off, I would imagine. So yeah, I hope this has been of some help. It gives you some ideas, which is the purpose of the video. And thank you for watching. I'll catch you on my next video. Till then, stay safe and enjoy nature. Bye bye.